Hello everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 12, where we are in the ToLiss A320 CO for the first time. Very fantastic news that this plane got released. Very, very happy. It's looking very good. Yeah, very excited. Flying Air New Zealand today. This is the guy Tom, who's I think currently the best livery maker for X-Plane, consistently at least. For his A320 Neo, he was smart enough to add a few CO liveries as well. This is from the older A320 Neo pack. And he had the CO liveries, CO registration perfect. And then, of course, Air New Zealand luckily has white engines. So, the default from the livery, or the default livery mapping would have white engines. So, here we are with the white engined A320 CO with the IAE engines. That was complicated, but just know that this is from the old pack, so download it from there. Hope that made sense. It doesn't matter. I'm sure the guy will make adjustments to his liveries, and he's releasing new liveries, of course, and there will be new liveries for this plane, hopefully. There's some already. Surprisingly few. I'll be honest, there's surprisingly few, but there will be more. As time goes on. There's not a lot of space here on this ramp. Actually, in theory, I think they'd push the other way, but that's okay. What I'm going to do here is cycle the parking brake. It's too smart for me. There we go. Get rid of the auto gate. Turn on the beacon light. I think that would get rid of it too. Get rid of the cones and the passengers are fine. We're running on APU power, yep. Flick that over to start mode. A bit early. We're all set up. To be honest, I just autopilot with the A320. I fly it so often, of course, that I should be fine doing it all on autopilot mode, basically. Alright, in real life, this is not him. This is a Jetstar. In real life, he is... Flight to Auckland got cancelled, but there's 11 billion flights to Auckland.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Wellington QNH 1015. I remember what I forgot. It's not even open. Yeah, there you go. That would explain a lot. Active sky. The idiot that I am completely forgot to launch active sky. We're in Wellington and we're flying to Dunedin at 38,000 feet. Very impressive. New Zealand, Wellington to New Zealand, Dunedin. About a 1 hour flight today. Debug, refresh weather. Should be 36010Q of 1015. No clouds, basically depicted that there's a few cirrus clouds. Start engine number 1. Oh, you can hear the PTU in the cabin. What the hell is this thing? This ignoramus has spawned in here and ruined everything. What a fucking muppet. God damn. I am sorry, but I have a cough still. This ignoramus.
Operation complete. Stats parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
I did not do my flight control checks. Full left, full right, full left, full right, full up, full down, full up, full down. He's flying the... What an idiot. He's a Japanese too. Full left, full right, full left, full right. Excelente. Turn that off, turn that on. We'll turn the weather system on. No, we don't need it. The auto brakes to max.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
What is he doing? Okay, they do a different push back here. I was gonna stream, I messed up my timings. I actually had enough time to stream earlier, but then I got bogged down. I thought I had to be somewhere earlier than I had to be, so I would have had time. I could have flown the CRJ 1000 of all planes. I didn't really want to. I hate this person. Whoever this person is, I hate him with a passion. Oh, the brakes are usual ToLiss. God damn. Why is he... What is he doing? Just get the hell out of here. I wish I had a horn. What a fucking clown. Well, they've renumbered the runway since this scenery was last updated. Throttles to 40%. Manflux 56 assertion radar throws blue. The runway is very hilly here in Wellington. We're taking off before the real flight, which is nice. We're only taking off 4 minutes behind schedule. Not that it really matters. We're a bit all over the place here today. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. We have beautiful orthos for this flight, by the way. Coincidentally. Climb thrust. Okay, so in real life they push way back, actually. That's what they do. From that particular gate. I'll let the autopilot actually fly it from here all the way to Dunedin. Beautiful Wellington here. How long is the runway there? Yeah, it's only 6,000 feet. How long's the runway at Dunedin? It's not much longer, is it? Yeah, 6,200. They usually go direct to Larox at this point anyway, so we might as well. It's so nice to have a good 320 CO. God damn. To be honest, one way to get liveries is actually, because there's some that have been made for the CO mod. Download those, and then what can be done from there is I can use engines from an A319 or a 321 livery. Whoops. A bunch of 320 liveries now that I'm downloading. A bunch of packs. Stuff of that nature. This feels strange because, of course, I have flown a ToLiss A320. Even with Air New Zealand actually. But it's so refreshing to get it in ToLiss form with all the add-ons and the sharklets and the engine options and all of that. It's so nice. Really prefer the ToLiss over the Flight Factor. We're now over the Cook Strait. So that's the North Island of New Zealand over there. What the hell? Okay, that's the North Island over there we're just departed from, and that's the South Island. Of course, we departed Wellington, which is the capital of New Zealand. Not the largest city, that would be Auckland. Oh, yeah, we have to go standard. Okay, there's the destination. It's already in sight. What's the weather in Dunedin? No METAR data for Dunedin. Interesting. It's not like it's a tiny rural airfield. I mean, it's a pretty small airport. Pretty far from anywhere, but it's not like tiny. Actually, even Flight Radar didn't have the weather there. Which is interesting. It's an international airport. They have flights to Australia. If I'm not mistaken, Jetstar flies there. Yeah, Jetstar flies there from the Gold Coast, not even from Sydney, which is interesting. Wind is 030 at 5 knots. They're doing pattern work there, and they're using runway 03. I don't know how it works when an A320 comes in. Does it get... I mean, of course it gets priority over these guys doing the pattern, but... Can it land the opposite direction? I don't know. We'll see. Damn it, Flight Radar changed it so that the departures are on the left and the arrivals on the right, which is the worst thing that's ever happened. It's a crime to humanity. Okay, so they are landing off 03 there. We're gonna try to make the only exit So we have to go all the way to the end and backtrack. So we're going to use auto brakes medium. We're going to go to the only gate, like, with a jet bridge there. I don't care if that's not what they're using. To be fair, though, I mean, it's this flight and then the Auckland flights that use it. It's just the 320s. We are not too far off from Christchurch now. That's actually a very short flight from Wellington to Christchurch. Got another ping, this time from X-Plane. Okay. Still continuing to climb up towards 38,000, which is our cruise today. Pretty high, to be honest. It's a pretty short flight. Okay. Still coming. We still got almost 10,000 feet to go. How much time is it going to give for a descent here? 65 here plus 58 plus 51 is, well, this is 109 plus 65 is 170. 175, we'll say, something like that. So 110 miles it'll get for a descent from 38,000, which is interesting. We're going to start our descent a little bit early. But not much. 36 would probably have been better for this. A very short flight today. I was busy. When it was released, I had about an hour to test and tinker with it. I did a little bit of looking at it, and then I had to go, and then I got back about an hour before I started the stream. Well, about an hour and a half, actually. I got ready, and I had to do other stuff. I had to eat, and I had to shower, and all that. I did all that, and then I set up the stream, and then here we are. Tomorrow we'll fly the 320 again. I don't know what flight. We'll see what liveries are available. But as I said, I might do a trick. That trick where I could get, for example, a Delta livery or an American Airlines livery or a United livery, if none are available. I saw there were many European liveries already. BA, Condor, Lufthansa, Eurowings, among others. This is one of the few flights on an A320, by the way. Yeah, that Air New Zealand does that isn't from Auckland to somewhere or between Wellington and Christchurch. Wellington and Christchurch have the 320s, and then obviously Auckland and many places does. Oh, and Queenstown too, of course. Wellington, Queenstown has A320s. I mean, same with Christchurch to Queenstown. And of course, the other one being Christchurch to Hamilton. And Christchurch to Queenstown, I believe, yeah. We're nearing Christchurch. This is that weird mountain thing that's at Christchurch. God damn. Let's see who's pinging me now. Oh, Tom has made an American Airlines livery pack. There we go. No, not the Flight Factor 320, the damn ToLiss 320. Alright, excellent. CFMs and IEs. They're at 36 now. We're flying over Christchurch now, basically. There's the city of Christchurch. The airport's right there. We've flown into there one time recently. I do believe that I've flown in there before. Okay, I'm gonna go do the before descent checklist really quickly. I'll be back in just a moment. So yeah, 1 second. Alright, I'm back. As I said, just really quickly. Now we're flying directly over Christchurch, as I said. There it is right there. Very big city. One of the major cities of New Zealand. The biggest and most major city of the South Island of New Zealand. It's known for whatever this thing is, this mountain range type thing. There's the airport. We have the orthos down here, which look incredible. Alright, yeah, we have made it to our cruise. We will enter the destination data. This is the latest that we have. METAR for... This is the METAR for Queenstown. Damn it. How is there no weather data for Wellington, or for Dunedin? (030) at 4. Temperature is 9. QNH is 1009. Apparently. MDA is 253. It's nothing much. We just come in, we do our downwind, we turn base, and then we turn final. Nice headwind here. Sarcastically said. Our idiot friend who departed Wellington in that 777 is about to arrive into Auckland. As I said, auto brakes medium. What were the landing speeds here? 134, 129. Okay. We could begin our descent here very shortly. We'll start descending down to 15,000 feet first. We can give it another, I'd say, minute. I'll give it another 10 miles or so. Although 140 is a pretty good distance. Maybe just 5 miles, 135. And then we'll begin our descent in towards Dunedin. Put terrain on instead of weather. Although the visibility is perfect, so having neither on honestly is fine. Definitely don't need the weather on or the terrain. I mean, you can see we have perfect visibility. God damn. I will increase my rate of descent ever so slightly to 2,300. Dunedin's basically at sea level. That's great. I'll ding on the seatbelt sign at this time. Have the passengers sit down with their seatbelts securely fastened, as they say. I'm so happy to be doing this with Air New Zealand. ToLiss 320 CO. It looks beautiful. Not on the inside though. It's hideous as always, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Another new livery out for the 320, it looks like. Yes, the jet blue pack, so I'll be very happy to fly that. Wait, is it out? Well, it's pinged, but it's not out. There's no link. But it should be out. Oh, yeah, here it is. Submitted 4 minutes ago. Download that. There's only 2 liveries, but I don't mind there being a few liveries. And I mean, people have made more liveries with the CO mod. As long as I can get the engines, I'm happy, and then paste the engines everywhere, or other people's liveries. That's what I do sometimes as a trick. If there's not a particular livery that I have, if I have mostly the same livery, and then if I have the engines, because usually it's the engines where it falls apart, or the tail or the winglets or something, I paste together liveries sometimes. A little secret of mine. I'll turn the constraints on. Where did all these thick clouds come from? I mean, the weather radar's not picking anything up, so... I believe it. Even though it is pretty dark and cloudy here. Yeah, I mean, it's not picking anything up, so shouldn't be too bad, the weather. Okay, well, I mean, it was just these few clouds, it looks like. We'll be clear of them here in just a moment. Oh, damn. $1,009 here. Is this thing sure that the weather's accurate? It's saying no clouds. Oh no, never mind, it's not anymore. 070 at 3. Is the new wind. The new temperature is 10. Didn't change by much, and the QNH is still 1009. No, it's still saying no clouds though, which is strange. So we've reached 10,000, so now we're gonna let let the thing slow down, as I am still completely dead. And we'll start descending slowly towards 5,000 feet. I should have actually maintained 10,000 and then 340 knots there for a little bit longer, and then started the further descent a little bit later on. Actually, we'll increase it to 800 feet per minute. The airport should be visible off to the left. Is it there? Oh, it's right there. Okay. This is the city of Dunedin right here. The settlement of Dunedin. There's the local airport. And there's the actual town. I did not turn these on because I'm an idiot. I'll turn on the wing light as well and the turn off. Well, there's the airport still. We're 26 miles out, and we're already past the airport on our downwind. Like, I don't know why at an airport like Dunedin it has us going so far out. We don't need this. We can see perfectly fine. What's the missed approach? It's 4,000 feet. Is he coming straight in real life? It looks like he is, actually. Oh well. Flaps 1 and spoilers armed. You can ignore that, that's the mountain that's below us. Okay. Yeah, now we're doing this tighter turn. Trying to get us aligned. Oh no, he's doing the, he's coming in from the other side, the real life flight. It's a strange approach, it looks like.
2,000.
Flaps 2. Localizer captured. Glide slope is about to be captured. It was 134, 129. Yep. The 150 is fine now. It blew past the localizer. Lower the landing gear. Flaps 3. And flaps 4. There's a bit of a crosswind here. Actually, the wind's all over the place here. A little bit higher.
Above 300. Minimum
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Stop, come on.
Auto brake off.
Alright, brake fan on. Probably gonna be needed after that. Stop the chrono at 1 hour and 5. The real life flight is gonna land. It had a shorter flight time than me, but he had a much shorter approach. In real life, they gave shorter approach for the real flight. Oh yeah, our brakes are burning. Really gave him a hard time there. It looks like the real life flight's going to the end. It's kind of hard to say though from flight radar to know how accurate that is. The APU is still starting up. Starting up. Is it available yet? I don't know if it is. Oh, now it's available. Oof, yeah, those brakes got really hot. So welcome to Dunedin, where we've just come smoked it in. We're gonna get off the network and get off of all those things. Complete the Sim Toolkit Pro flight. Well, now we've got the United liveries. I'm probably going to fly United or American tomorrow. These guys are here already, and they've actually opened the doors themselves because they're so smart. We can even get the stupid people and the stupid cones over here. This is the Dunedin scenery. These are both freeware sceneries, Wellington and Dunedin. They're quite good for freeware. Good. You can see those navigation lights from space. They're both quite good sceneries, though. The freeware sceneries for New Zealand are surprisingly good. I mean, like, look, it uses default objects for the most part, but it utilizes them in a smart way. So I'm not complaining here. Not bad at all. Alright, make sure that we have ended those things. Unload the flight from Navigraph. Charge this thing. I forgot to charge it during the flight. Okay, and then yeah, all that's done. We took the screenshot, so we'll go straight into replay mode. It was a bit of a float again. I'd much prefer how the Boeing lands, to be honest, over there. But I mean, I just float anyway. Should have idled a little bit sooner, I think. Centerline was pretty good. Brought the nose gear down quick. I wanted to bring it quick so I could stop quickly. Actually, I think stable approach gives you how much runway you use. No, stable approach, show reports. Landing distance 1,300 meters. The ground roll was only 700 meters. Really use that many meters though? That's more than I expected. Alright, not too bad. See, in real life, in this kind of situation, of course, as soon as we're parked and the chocks are connected, parking brake off. And all the ventilation and cooling that's possible to get. Does it show the landing lights being on in the replay? It does, I believe. It shows the strobe lights being on, so. That's something. Rudder. Yeah, there's the rudder. Actually, I think it's pretty much the right amount. It could have been just a tiny, tiny bit more, I think, but. Tower view. Tower's very happy. The Auckland to Dunedin flight's flying. They're only using the wingtip fences on that particular aircraft. Seems like strangely, actually, at the outstations at Wellington and Christchurch, the Sharklet aircraft will fly from these two places almost guaranteed, and then from Auckland they might have the fences. And there's that view. 2 more and then we're done. As I said earlier, I'm going to fly this tomorrow as well, the ToLiss 320 CO. I'll probably fly it on Sunday as well. I'm just very happy to have it. Very excited. No idea what flights I'm going to do with it. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do something in the US, either JetBlue, American, or United, or maybe Delta, but probably not Delta. American, United, or JetBlue. We'll see tomorrow. We'll do this view and then we'll call it a day. Even though actually tomorrow I should probably do something in Europe. And we'll see. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time to decide. Hello, Taco God. We made it just in time for the very last replay. And then we're going to end the stream here. I said tomorrow, same aircraft. It has been a while though. But I will have to go now. I'll see you guys tomorrow or whenever. And yeah. Goodbye.